Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint artist. We're gonna do our makeup. This is the palette 4. I'm gonna break it down to the basics, the 4 basic colors, okay? So when you decide you wanna try this really cool, interesting, I don't get it kind of makeup, you're gonna send me a makeup-free picture facing a window inside, just a couple steps back. I just need indirect sunlight. I will send you a laundry list of colors to try, but the first 4 are the basic setup. The first 4 is your main highlight, foundation, brightening highlight, concealer, contour, and blush. And then if you want just one brush because you just want to try this, the 3D brush. This is the best-selling, fan favorite brush. Everybody loves this brush because it can do your whole face. All of them can, but this is the game changer right here. This is the brush that can really help you learn your face, how you want this makeup to sit on your skin. So we're gonna do our makeup. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go in with the short end, and I'm gonna go into my main highlight, and I'm just going to apply this on the lower portion of my face. I don't like turning my face all one color to just then pile on some layers to restructure it. You don't need to do that. Everything in here is foundational coverage. I bring my main highlight a little higher right here because I have discoloration from old acne scarring. With my old makeup, all the layers I was doing, it was creating cystic acne. And so I have a lot of scarring from that cystic acne, and this makeup is able to cover it, but it's not gonna weigh down on me. It's gonna feel like a second skin. It's incredibly forgiving with texture, especially if you do suffer from hormonal breakouts, which I also do, but they're not cystic. Cystic breakouts will last weeks. And they never come to it. You just have to sit and let them settle. And I think that's where people like me get into trouble, is that bump on our face that never comes to a head. I hate saying that, sounds so gross. But it bothers us, and we think if I could just pop it, it'll go away. But then it turns into a crater, and then it turns into a scab, and then it turns into a scar. And so that's, if you get cystic acne anywhere else, you usually just leave it alone. But when it's on your mug, all you want to do is try to make it go. And you just have to let it sit for weeks until it just goes away. If you have a cystic breakout that keeps popping up in the same place over and over again, go see a dermatologist because it needs to be removed. All right, so I'm bringing my main highlight down right here. I'm gonna go into my brightening highlight. That's a shade or 2 lighter than my actual skin tone. This is gonna create reflective light. It's gonna give me coverage, but it's also gonna give me dimension. I'm gonna go down the middle of my face. It's going to accentuate my Cupid's bow, very pretty area. It's going to reflect light on my chin, giving it dimension. And then I'm going down the bridge of my nose, and this is going to look like reflected light once I add my contour. I then come up here and I just fan it over my brows and up my forehead. It doesn't create texture, but it is a different shade than my face, and it is creating brightness. Why? It's called a brightening highlight. All right, I'm gonna save my under eyes for last. It's my favorite part. The next thing I'm gonna go into is this really scary color called indigo. It's my favorite contour, and there's a lot of people, if you're just getting into contour, this is where I say this makeup is incredibly forgiving. Let's just take a load off of it, okay? I'm gonna load some onto my finger. I'm gonna put this big, look at how scary that is. This is a scary, scary color, and everybody's like, I don't think I can do that. That's way too dark for my skin. Girl, it's way too dark for my skin. But then you take this short end of the brush and you just start circling with a light pressure. I'm talking about light tips of the bristles, and you blend it out. It's not too dark for your skin. You just need to blend it out. Everything is in excess too much. Too much brightening can create texture, and it's not your skin tone. But once you blend it out, it's magic and it's beautiful. Using too much of your main highlight can create texture. That just means you've put too much on. You just need to take like a nice fluffy brush, if you have a kabuki brush laying around. I mean, if you're doing makeup, go grab a blush brush and just lightly sweep over it, and it'll pick up excess. So I'm just gonna take that light color and push it out towards my contour. And look at that dark, scary color that was too dark for my skin, gave me dimension, it gave me coverage, and it looks good. I have a nice full coverage of makeup on my face. All right, I'm gonna take my finger again. I like contouring with my finger on my nose. We wanna come up on the top side, okay? And I'm just gonna bring in and make a straight line down the side, and then I'm gonna square off the tip. Same thing over here. I'm just going on the top side, creating a straight line, and then squaring off at the tip. I like to push into my brows. We wanna follow the natural shadowing of our nose. And then I'm just gonna take this short end and I'm just gonna tap over it just like that. Easy, easy, easy. My hair is just falling all over the place. Squaring off the tip. I'm gonna take my pointer finger and I'm just gonna come up and down the bridge of the nose where I put that brightening, and it just creates this really nice natural shadowing, just like that. All right, let's talk about cheekbones. We have our natural shadowing here. I'm gonna push onto the side, and then I'm gonna come right here and I'm gonna push onto my cheekbone, and I'm gonna hang it up towards the back, and then I'm gonna blend it down. Same thing over here. We're gonna push onto that cheekbone, pushing up, not coming in past the outer corner of the eye. And it just creates this nice natural shadow. I want this to look kind of harsh. I like to under blend it. All right, gonna tap some more, and I pinched it. I'm gonna go in front of my earlobe here. You can see that. And then I'm creating a shadow, and I'm just chiseling out my jawline and then pulling it down my neck. And this is gonna hide my jowl. This is gonna carve out the back of my jawline. I love doing this. Just drops like 10 pounds off my face. All right, there we go. Easy peasy. Okay, so let's talk about brightening under the eye. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to the pointy end of my brush here, and I'll push this on. You never wanna wipe through. You always just wanna press it. And I'm gonna come under my trough and up into that inner corner, and then I'm gonna come up over here. This is gonna give lift. This is gonna give brightness. This is gonna give me a really pretty, youthful look. And I'm focusing this on my orbital bone while I'm pressing it a little bit down. I'm not doing circles. I'm not putting a lot of pressure here. This is a soft tissue area, so it can easily be textured and crepey and accentuate fine lines, puffiness if you use too much. But I just use this pointy end because it just gets right up in there really nice, and I just tap it back and forth. That's it. Grab it again. We're gonna tap in. And we're gonna go under that trough to camouflage my puffiness, and then out here just to give my eyes some lift. And I like to pull this down onto my orbital bone again because of that soft tissue. I don't want a lot of product there, but I also wanna, again, camouflage my puffy under eye. I'm gonna flip it to the dense end, and you can tap it out that way also. But I just keep working this, tapping this until it's where I want it, but I do like to pull it down below my soft tissue just to camouflage it just a bit. All right, let's talk blush. I've got Sandstone here. I really like this. This is a great summer, fall color. This is great for if you're going into summer through May, or you're coming out of summer into August. I'm gonna take that short end, I'm gonna go in to Sandstone, and I'm gonna focus this on the top part above. You have your contour, and I'm gonna come above the contour. I'm gonna smile, because I am in my 40s, and so I'm losing volume in my cheeks. So I don't apply it directly to the apples of my cheeks, because again, I'm losing volume there, and I'll look like a circus clown when I'm not smiling, which tends to happen sometimes when you have small kids. Again, starting up here on that cheekbone, and then bringing it down. I like this because it's warm, but it has some pink undertones to it that keep you in the summer, but are so, so ready for fall. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna do my eyes, I'm gonna do my mascara, and you're gonna see how all this comes together. Back, look at that. I put on a nice smoky eye, and there's a tutorial about it. Now I wanna add my lips and finish this look off, so I'm gonna go into that basic kit. I'm grabbing my multitasker brush, and I'm gonna go into Indigo, and I'm going to create a shadow underneath right here. I'm gonna go in, I'm just using the pointy end, and I'm gonna outer line right here. Outer lining, this is not my lip liner. This is gonna create some dimension, and it's gonna give the illusion that I have a fuller lip. I'm gonna go to the pointy end, I'm going into my brightening, and I'm just gonna tidy up the outer corners. And this is gonna give the illusion of a pout, and it's gonna give me some contrast for when I add my lip color, which I'm gonna do with these colors here. So I'm gonna tap this out. I'm gonna blend out that contour. All I'm doing here is creating a shadow that gives the illusion that my lips have a curl and they're gonna look fuller. All right, so I'm gonna go into Indigo again with the small end, and I'm gonna nice line eyelids. I'm not outer lining, but I'm definitely kissing the edge. Kissing the edge It's a dark, pretty liner. Just popping that in and popping that in. All right, going to the top. I always start on the outer corner and then I pull up and over. Outer corner, up and over. Again, not outer lining. Hugging the edge. Okay. Filling in on the outer corners. I'm going to go in to sandstone, that cheek color, and I'm going to fill it in. And it's just this really pretty color. Once it's mixed, I'm tapping in. I'm not wiping my finger in. We're just going to fill it in and mix it. I'm going to take my brightening, and we're just going to go right here in the middle. And we're going to give it a little bit of dimension and nudeness. And tapping it on, because these are all matte finishes, so you can easily texturize by wiping. So tapping into your lip. And that's it. Look at that pretty neutral lip. All my face and my lips all in one tiny little place. If you wanted to do this with an eyeshadow, grab a palette 8. It's just basically this palette, but with 2 layers. I've got one right here. This is a palette 8. And it's just basically, it's 2 layers. So easy. All right, I'm gonna set my face. I have oily skin, so I'm gonna go in with my setting spray. Charlotte Tilbury or Urban Decay are really great options. And I'm just gonna let that dry. And that is how I do my face with the basics, one brush, and I was able to get a really beautiful lip color. That's it. So, message me and let's get you started. Have a great day.